back out. Here we are.
Cool. Little 5 weekend. Let's party.
Hey, it's our last Kansas Party 4 finals. Let's live it up. Happy
Cool.
birthday.
Let's do it.
Unfortunately, this is how most of you view the Little 500 weekend. IUSF wants to remind you that while we hope you will support and enjoy the Little 500, we urge you to show drink responsibility legally and to know your limits. Staying in jail is no way to spend the Little 500.
Little 5 weekend. Let's party.
Hey, it's our last Kansas Party 4 finals. Let's live it up.
Hey, cool. Unfortunately, this is how most of you view the Little 500 weekend. IUSF wants to remind you that while we hope you will support and enjoy the Little 500, we urge you to drink responsibly, legally, and to know your limits. Staying in jail is no way to spend the Little 500 weekend.
Little 5 weekend. Let's party.
Hey, it's our last Kansas 4 finals. Let's live it up.
Unfortunately, this is how most of you view the Little 500 weekend. IUSF wants to remind you that while we hope you will support and enjoy the Little 500, we urge you to drink responsibly, legally, and to know your limits. Staying in jail is no way to spend the Little 500 weekend.
Hey man, thanks for copping some brewskis for us.
Stick with me, I'll show you how to party. According to state laws and the rules of Indiana University, drinking is prohibited on campus. And if you are of age, it is illegal to contribute or serve alcoholic beverages to minors.
These are some of the things you can do in an hour. Read a book, watch TV, take a nap, talk on the phone, or you can help save someone's life by donating blood. Please call your local American Red Cross.
She started laughing. She said, squack. It's like those news bloopers. You know, you're seeing people start laughing on the news. She started making noise. Oh, give me my blood. You better not laugh at me again, no matter what I say. Squack. You better block. Well, she wanted to get space away for me. Then you move over. Doug's gonna hate us. I can't move. There's nothing to block. I'm not blocking. Oh God, that was terrible. I just couldn't stop it. Then after all, you weren't laughing at anything. After a while, it was just you were laughing about laughing. You were still laughing. You were going like this. I feel like shit. Oh.
And by the way, because I didn't ask you about music, what is that? What is Barbara Streisand?
Okay, there's no laughing anymore. And you were going like this. Just because you're off camera doesn't mean I can't hear you.
I know, and then I could then you started going. Oh my God, here she goes, and I just couldn't stop because it was so funny that you just was a swagger. And I was just going to make
that one.
I know, and I was just going to go, you know, then it just got funnier as I thought about what the word was.
Get serious.
I know.
Are we taping? Do we tape that one?
It was fine, man.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I've got too many watches.
WDEG. I'm Tracy Enix.
And I'm Kathy. Bloomington is still in the running. United Airlines' billion-dollar aircraft maintenance center. United has narrowed the list of a dozen cities to just 4. Oklahoma and Bloomington. The new facility is expected to generate about 7,000 jobs, paying an average salary of $45,000 a year, plus construction jobs and jobs at office centers. Before announcing which site United will choose, they will know the merits of each of the 4 cities in the running. The final decision will be made in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
State news. The Indiana Board of Education announced that students showed significant increases in writing skills and slight progress in reading and mathematics in statewide tests administered last spring. The changes that teachers have made in teaching these writing skills could account for gains in language scores. Indiana students scored 10% higher than the nation's average on tests. Tests will be given here and in 1993 and 1995. Hopefully, the scores will continue to increase.
Turning now to the national scene, Jimmy Swaggart decided to leave the pulpit last Friday after a traffic violation and a scandal involving a prostitute. This is not the first time Swaggart has left the pulpit. He was forced to resign in 1988 preacher with a prostitute. Swaggart's son announced that his father was stepping down for an indefinite period to get medical and spiritual help. The next day, Swaggart returned to preaching because he said God told him to. He told his congregation that he awoke that morning with the Holy Spirit rolling all over him. At the end of the service, Swaggart asked the congregation to get close to pray, with chant, shouting, in praise of his return.
Now turning to weather. Temperatures in Bloomington are expected to reach a high of 70 and a low of 35 on Saturday. Some clouds will appear late in the afternoon and rain is likely. On Sunday, rain will stretch from Indianapolis to Evansville, where Indianapolis area is to get 2 inches. Temperatures will range from the high 40s to the low 30s.
Coming up next in sports, a look at the Braves' trip to the World Series.
When I've got the flu, I just want to crawl in one pair of flannel pajamas.
Pittsburgh's chance to the World Pirates. It's the second year in a row that they've lost in the playoffs. A quick boxing note. If you are planning on making a road trip to the Tyson Holyfield fight on November 8th, don't bother. The fight has been canceled. Mike Tyson, among his other problems, has a rib injury. The fight will hopefully be charged. It doesn't change. I'll fight and
Fight the Ghosts and Goblins of tonight's events. You can catch many of them tonight at the Boys Club Halloween Party. It begins at 7 p.m. and there's no charge. So come on out, bring the kids in costumes, and enjoy the night.
Do you have any plans for tonight?
No, none of that. I might.
Sounds like a great time there. Have a happy time. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
I'm Nicole. Well, it sure was bored. We've got baseball, boxing, NFL action, and a whole lot more. Let's get right into it and start by looking at Major League Baseball. First, in the National League, it was the Braves over the Dodgers 5-3. The Reds down the Astros 6-2. Pittsburgh 3. The Cubs were a touchdown better than the Padres over the Cardinals. Over the led by Kirby Puckett's slam, the White Sox 8-6. The Yankees were 3 better than the Brewers 6-3, and Seattle down the Indians 2-0. The Red Sox rolled past the Angels 9-1. Oakland outlasted the Tigers 4-3. Baltimore 4-1. Denver afternoon to prepare for the fourth. The Colts are hoping to break the touchdown drought. It's now been 5 weeks since Jeff George and company found the end zone. Other Sunday games include the Cowboys facing the Oilers for bragging rights in the Lone Star State. The Saints and the Skins clash in the battle of the undefeated. To the Bengals. Seattle. Battle of the Green Bay heads to Tampa. The Lions up in the Metro. Pittsburgh, coming to defeat last week to the Sox, head to the Meadowlands to face the Giants. The Jets head south to Joe Robbie Stadium, where they'll face the 4-3 Dolphins. The Bills meet the 2-5 Rams, and the Niners host the stumbling Raiders and Marcus Allen. Off. In Big Ten today, Iowa and 4 of Minnesota. Michigan continues quest for roses as they face 4-2 Illinois. Purdue takes on Iowa, Wisconsin hosts Ohio State, and the Spartans of Michigan State host Northwestern. What that means? Gary Glassman has been pouring over
Thanks, Nicole. It's been a painful foul. Let's take a list. Webster Slaughter, Troy Aikman, Paul Scansey, Joe Montana, Randall Cunningham is 0-7. He makes the hit list. Chris Chandler. And there you have it. Hits of the week. Boy, those sure guys really earn their money.
Yeah, it hurts just looking at them. Well, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson are going to have to wait a while to hurt each other. The two boxers were scheduled to fight World Heavyweight Mission next week, but Tyson session. The bout has for early shortly before is to stand trial on charges. Finally, for our sports stumper. Tonight's sports stumper has been sent in by Ron Osgood of Bloomington. Ron's question is, what baseball manager led his team to a last place finish the most times?
Unfortunately, I've been stumped again.
Finished last 27 times. That's our look at sport. Coming up next is our weather wrap and an update on the 6-alarm fire in Oakland.
Good evening. News break. Indiana student who entered a local bookstore and demanded last seen at a copying, making free copy of textbooks for her classmates.
And in weather, the rain and wind will continue for a few more days. Of local interest, the temperature in Studio 5 will remain unseasonably cold for the next 6 or
In the news break, university officials are searching at the that the price textbooks be lowered. This copy machine, 3 copies of textbook for her class.
And in weather, the rain and wind will continue for a few more days. Of local interest, the temperature in Studio 5 will remain unseasonably cold for the next several weeks. Stories 11.